theorem. That one I tell in detail. In Pythagorean theorem, he tells that if you take any right angle triangle, then the square of these two sides become equal to square of this side. In that way, the one example is if you take this side as 1 unit and this side also 1 unit, this is known as hypotenuse. Here, this one square plus this side square, that is also one square, equal to this hypotenuse square. Let's find out what is its length. Hypotenuse square, you can find out 1 square means 1 times of 1 is 1, so it becomes 1, and this one square also becomes 1, equal to hypotenuse square. 1 plus 1 is 2, equal to hypotenuse square, and if square moves this side, you're going to get it as hypotenuse as root 2. So this length is equal to root 2 units. Let's take one more examples in this. That is, here they have given a triangle. In this triangle, this is a popular example. This side length is 3 units, this side length is 4 unit. You need to find out what is side length x. You can do it out easily. This side length, which is 3 units, so 3 square plus another side length which is 4 square, whose sum equal to hypotenuse length, that is x square. Now you can find out 3 square means 3 times of 3, which is 9. So this 3 square becomes 9. 4 square means 4 times of 4, which is 16. So this becomes 16, equal to x square. Let's continue equation here. This one, 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 equal to x square. And this square comes this side, it going to become root of 25 equal to x. And 25 you can write it as 5 square, because 5 times of 5 is 25. You can write 25 as 5 square, which is equal to x. Now square and root get cancels out. 5 is the value of x. Let's take one more triangle in this, and they have given this triangle. They have given this side length as 1 units and this side length as 2 units. Here also you need to find out what's the value of x. It is also same way, that is 1 square, this side length square, and this side length also square, that going to become 2 square, which is equal to hypotenuse, that square is x square. Now you can take this 1 square means right here 1 times of 1, which remains as 1, so it is 1, plus 2 square means 2 times of 2, which becomes 4. So this 2 square becomes 4, which is equal to x square. 1 plus 4 is 5, so 5 equal to x square. Now this square moves this side, it becomes root, so it becomes root of 5 equal to x. So this x value is nothing but root 5. Let's take one more triangle, and in this triangle they have given that this pen over, they have given in this triangle like this, that is, this side length is 1 units and this side length is 5 units. Here also you need to find out x, that is hypotenuse. Do in the same way, that is 1 square, this side length square, and this side length square, which going to become plus 5 square, which is equal to, this is hypotenuse, that's a square, that is x square. That is, this side length square, this side length square going to become equal to hypotenuse square. 1 square means 1 times of 1, which is equal to 1, plus 5 square means you can write it as 5 times of 5, which is equal to 25. So this becomes 25. Now which is equal to x square. 1 plus 25 is 26. 26 equal to x square. Now this square moves this side, it becomes like this root of 26. Root of 26 equal to x, that is the value of hypotenuse, root of 26. They give another popular problem, that is this side length is equal to 6 units and this side length is 8 units. Find out what's the hypotenuse, which is x. Here also you can do in the same way, that is this side length square, which is 6 square, plus this side length, that square, that becomes 8 square, which is equal to, this is hypotenuse, the hypotenuse square, which is x square. Now you can do it out easily. 6 square means you can write it as 6 times of 6. 6 times of 6 is 36. So it going to become 6 square becomes 36, plus 8 square, you can write it as 8 times of here, 8 times of 8. 8 times of 8 is 64. So this 8 square is 64. Now this x square remains as x square. 36 plus 64 becomes 100. So this 100 is equal to x square. When this square comes this side, it becomes root. So root of 100 equal to x. Now you're going to get this one, root of 100. 100 can be written as 10 times of 10. 10 times of 10 becomes 100. So this 100 can be written as equal to 10 square. 10 square equal to root of 10 square equal to x. Here square and root can be cancelled. So 10 equal to x. So this hypotenuse value equal to 10. I'm going to do one more problem, and in this problem I start do by this one, that is like this. Here you going to get another triangle. In this right angle triangle also, they have given this side as 2 units and this side as also 2 units. You need to find out hypotenuse, which is y. Yes, do in the same way, that is this side length square, which is 2 square, and this side length, that square, that is also 2 square, which is equal to, this is hypotenuse, that's hypotenuse square, that is y square. Now you're going to get it as 2 square and 2 square. 2 square means 2 times of 2, which becomes 4. So this 2 square is 4, plus this 2 square also remains as 2 times of 2, 4, which is equal to y square. Now 4 plus 4 is 8. So this 8 equal to y square. This 8 can be written as equal to, 8 is 2 times of 2 times of 2. You can write in another way, these two you can combine and write it as 2 times of 2 square. So this 8 can be written as 2 times of 2 square, which is equal to y square. This y square comes here, it becomes root of 2 times of 2 square equal to y. This 2 square and square root cancels out, 2 comes out, 2 root 2 equal to y. Let's take one more triangle, and in this triangle they are giving like this, that is this side is equal to 3 units and even this side is 5 units. Find out what's the hypotenuse, which is x. Here also same way, that is this side length square, that is 3 square, plus this side length square, which is 5 square, which is equal to hypotenuse square, which is x square. Now you're going to do in the same way. 3 square means 3 times of 3, which is 9. So write this 3 square as 9, and 5 square, 5 times of 5, which becomes 25. So this 5 square becomes 25, which is equal to x square. Now when you add them both, you're going to get it as 34. 9 plus 25 is 34 equal to x square. Square comes this side, it becomes root. Root 34 equal to x. Let's take one more triangle, and in this triangle they are giving like this, that is this side length as 1 units, this side length as 10 units, and this hypotenuse is x. Here also find out what's the x, you must find it out. Write this side length square, that is this is a right angle triangle. I forgot to mention all this time. And here you're going to get it as in the same way, that is 1 square. This side length square is 1 square, plus this side length square, which is 10 square, which is equal to the hypotenuse square, which becomes x square. And this 1 square means you can write here 1 times of 1, which is 1, plus this 10 square you can write it as 10 times of 10, which becomes 100. So this 10 square is 100, which is equal to x square. And 1 plus 100 becomes 101. This is x square. Square comes this side, it becomes root. Root of 101 equal to x. Let's find another one. Here they are giving hypotenuse and the sides. You need to find out what's the side. That is, this side length is 1 unit, this side length is x units, and this side length is 2 units. You need to find out what's the x. Let's do in the same way. This side length square, which becomes 1 square. So this remains as 1 square plus this side length square, that is x square, which is equal to hypotenuse square, which is 2 square. Now when you add all of them, you can write it as 1 square means 1 times of 1 is 1, so it becomes 1. X square remains like that, and 2 square means 2 times of 2, which becomes 4. So this 2 square remains as 4. Now this one, if you send there, you're going to get become minus 1. That is 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3, which is equal to x square. Square goes that side, it becomes root. X equal to root of 3. Let's take one more triangle. Here also they give another side length. That is, this side length they have given us z, and this side length they have given us 10 units, and this side length they have given us 15 units. Here do the same thing. This side length they have given z, so z square plus this side length, which is 10 square, equal to hypotenuse square, which is 15 square. This 10 square you can find it out as 10 times of 10, which is 100. So z square plus 100 equal to 15 square. That means you can write it as 15 times of 15. 15 times of 10 is 150, plus 15 times of 5 75. It is 225. So this complete thing is 225. And when 100 moves outside of that equation, it becomes plus 100 becomes minus 100. So z square equal to 225 minus 100. So z square equal to 125. Now this square moves that side, it becomes root. Z equal to root of 125. 125 you can split here. That is 5 times of 25 is 125. Again 5 times of 5 is 25. This 125 you can write it as 5 times of 5 times of 5. 5 times of 5 you can combine and write 5 square times of 5. So inside of 125, 5 square times of 5. This 5 square comes out of the root, it becomes 5. So this 5 root 5. This 5 remains within the root, so you can write it as completely as 5 root 5. Let's take one more triangle, and in this triangle they have given this side length as 1 unit, this side length as z, and this side length as hypotenuse as 3 units. Here also you need to find out what's the z value. This is right angle triangle. Now you can do this side length square, which is 1 square, plus this side length square, which is z square, which is equal to hypotenuse square, which is 3 square. In the same way you can do this one, but in this 1 square means 1 times of 1 remains as 1, so this becomes 1. This remains as that square. And 3 square means you can write here 3 times of 3, which is 9. So this 3 square becomes 9. You can send this one that side. Plus 1 becomes nothing is there means plus 1, it becomes minus 1. So z square equal to 9 minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8, that is z square. Square goes that side, it becomes root of 8. You can stop here, or you can even simplify this. Z equal to root 8. Root 8, 8 you can split and write it as 2 times of 2 times of 2. Here the 2 2's you can combine and write it as 2 square. 2 square times of 2. So this becomes root of 2 times of 2 square. 2 square comes out of root, it becomes 2. 2 root 2, that is the value of z. Let's take the final one. Here they are giving out this one more triangle, and in this triangle they are giving this side length as 2 units, and this side length as x units, and this side length as 3 units. Now you need to find out what is x. You can do in the same way. It is 2 square plus this side length square is 2 square, and this side length square, which is x square, equal to hypotenuse square, which is 3 square. 2 square means you can write it as 2 times of 2, which is 4, and plus x square equal to 3 square means 3 times of 3, which is 9. So this becomes 9. 4 goes that side, plus 4 becomes minus 4. 9 minus 4, x square equal to 5, and square goes that side, it becomes root 5, x equal to, that's the value of x by.